What's going on, guys? I hope all you are doing great. So it's been quite some time since I've made a video. No, this is not another firearms video, but it is going to be a new car video. You can see by the title, this is my new 2023 Nissan Z, aka the 400, which it should have been called. I don't know why they did not call it that. So, show you a little bit about the car and stuff. If you want to see specs or that, you can all look that up yourself. This is going to be my personal opinion about this vehicle and why I chose it. So let's dive into the outside and then get into the inside. Do a quick walk around of the vehicle. This was not the color that I was trying to get, but this is the only thing that was available at the time. This is a pearl white color. Decided to film this in the garage instead of outside. It's very sunny, as you can see, very big glare. It's pearl white with the two-tone black top. Try to go on the back as best as I can. I'm not worried about license plates. I know some people cover them up. Not a big deal. Let's move on to the inside of the vehicle. So, think of what you want. This is a Nissan. Nissan is pretty basic on their interior. I know when I got this car, I've had a lot of people say, why didn't I get a Supra? Well, the question is that I tell them, like, I've owned a 350 in the past, and I see a lot of Supras. Don't get me wrong, I love the Supras. I do, but I do not like BMW. And a Supra, you can get mad at me all you want. Supra owners, it's a BMW. Love the way a Supra looks, but I just like Nissan. I mean, if I could have both, had the money, I would do it. But I just like the Z. I've had it, I'm a Z fanboy. They could have made a lot of stuff better, of course, but the interior is very basic. I love the seats though. They do come in blue interior seats. This one did not have it. All your boost gauges up here. And then in the back, there's your trunk. Normal for a hatch. So back here, if you can see it, in the spot in here, these are just like little small compartments to like put stuff. You can see I just have like a little bag in this one right here. And this is just like a little pocket. I keep like my registration or insurance in there. And then here, very, very small. It's just one thing that from going from a big truck and then my TRD Camry that I sold to get this. It did not have a lot of room either, but you were very limited in here. But it's a sports car, it's a two-seater sports car, so you're not, yes, what you get. I did also get a 6-speed manual. No offense to the people that own automatic Zs or Supras or whatever. You do you. I'm just not a fan, in my opinion, of automatic sports cars. And I was going to wait on the new Nismo Z coming out. And people's like, why didn't you wait? It has 20 more horsepower and all this stuff. I'm like, look. It's automatic, yes, it's a dual clutch, but the 20 horsepower is not really an issue because you can always make any car faster with aftermarket stuff. So yeah, there is the interior of the vehicle. But this is not, like I said, an in-depth review. I do not do the whole in-depth reviews and all the specs and stuff. 400 horsepower, 350 pounds, 350 pound-feet of torque, and around 3,500 pounds. So that's the base you're gonna get from me. We'll go over cons, pros, what could be better, all that fun stuff. Do I love this car? I love the Z. Like I said, I looked at the Supras, but I've been on a waiting list for about a year and a half, maybe a little bit less, but over a year for this Z. I got this particular Z. I will shout out to Modern Nissan in Hickory, North Carolina. This is where I got this one. My buddy Jai I went to school with, he called me maybe April this year, May, and said they had a black one. I was not paying the price on it because they are more than MSRP. I'm just letting you right now. I'll tell you the exact price on this one. They are more. I said no. A couple months later go by, he I saw he had one on Facebook. He called me the next day and said, hey, you got a white one? I've had so many white cars and I'm not the biggest fan of white. But this is actually kind of, it's growing on me. It is. I can always wrap a vehicle, so I'm like, whatever. Will I wrap it? Maybe later. At least a year later, because like I said, I'm fine with this now. It looks clean. I like the white. It is a very clean color, but I've just had white trucks, white cars, SUVs. It's just had a lot of white cars. Going with my buddy Jai, modern Nissan and Hickory. So guys, if you are looking for a Z, I did see they have like a, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's like a burgundy color, like a maroon burgundy. It looks good. It's badass colors. You don't see that color ever. I think they had one left, but it's probably sold. These do not sell in a lot more than a couple hours to a day. The black one sold like an hour. This one sold less than 24 hours. Like I jumped on it, went there at like 7 at night. My bank was closed, obviously. Went in and got it refinanced the next day with my bank, better interest. But yeah, modern Nissan Hickory, guys. If you're looking for a Z, they will take care of you. So definitely check out modern Nissan Hickory. I will put their website down in a link below. Go over the price real quick on this. So these go for around 54-ish, give or take, MSRP. This one, before tax and everything, was right at 61. So it's still one over MSRP. They're usually about 10 grand over. They did cut me down a little bit. Yes, they are more. A lot of people are like, you spent 65 grand on a Z. Yes, I did. It's what I like. Is it more than a Supra? Yes. It's faster than a Supra. I mean, you've seen videos. It's not, but it is. Like I said, I'm not worried about the engine or how fast a car is. That's what they make aftermarket parts for. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show the engine real quick. Flip that back around. V6 twin turbo, the 3-liter, and the only thing I have done in this car right now, you can see right here, is the Z1 Motorsports air intakes. Now, these air intakes, the carbon fiber shield on it, the cover, these were a pain in the ass to install. Like, guys, if you see, there's not really videos on how to install intakes on the new Zs, and it took like 4 people. I am not a car expert at all. You know, my channel is firearms. I know more about firearms. I'm an expert on firearms, no. But I know more about firearms than I do vehicles. Those were a bitch to put on. It was, the way you have to like get your hand angled and tools, that was like a 2-day project. And the 350, when I had mine, I did it, it was very easy. It took like an hour. So, 400 horsepower. I never had this. I wish I'd have had this dynoed to see what I was getting to the wheels. I've seen videos anywhere from 350 to 373, 374 to the wheels horsepower. The Z1 intake said anywhere from 7 to 11. It's a very different number. 7 to 11 horsepower added. So I wish I'd have got it dynoed to see exactly what I'm getting. Am I going to get it dynoed yet? No. I do have a Ecotech tune from AMS Performance coming. And then the only other thing I'm going to be doing like this year, because we're pushing October, so this year I will be doing an exhaust. I'm going to be doing a HKS exhaust. Isn't it the best? It sounds clean. I don't want straight pipes and everything, and I'll do down pipes obviously. And then I'll be sitting, after looking at everything, I'll be sitting at probably like 490 wheel horsepower. I'm trying to get that 500 mark for this. I can always switch out and do E85 and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm not switching out turbos. I'm just trying to get as close to 500 as I can without E85 or bigger turbos. So for this car, 3,500 pounds, 500 horsepower, I think will be plenty for what I need it for. You don't see me going out here, and when I was younger, I used to speed all the time. I like to have fun in this, yes, but I'm almost 30, so I'm not going out here and acting like a dumb teenager anymore. So we'll go ahead and get the cons out of the way, and we're gonna go and get the biggest con out of the way first. So I'm gonna sit this down, rev it up, and that's gonna be your con. So let me get this flipped. Of course, that's not even good. All right, that's gonna work for now. Sorry guys, new tripod, trying to figure out how to work it. And that right there is the biggest con I have on the new Zs. They are quiet. You cannot hear the turbo, even with the air intakes. I do have a before video of having the regular stock intakes on it. And with those, you're not gonna hear these intakes at all. I hear them very occasionally. Z1, if any of you employees are watching this, very occasionally I can hear it if I pull from third or fourth. I hear a tad whistle, a tad. And that was the biggest thing that was holding me back from getting a Z over a Supra. They're quiet. A twin turbo car that you cannot hear a turbo. And that exhaust. Nissan. Love the car, also I got over the Supra. But man, what were y'all doing? Like, I traded a Toyota Camry, a Camry TRD. It had a catback exhaust, and it sounded way damn better than the Z. So, another thing is you can fix stuff like that, but it does cost money for sound. Just for an exhaust from HKS is $3 grand. And then you gotta add downpipes. And the tune's already expensive. So I'm already paying a lot of money to do things with this vehicle how I want it. So yeah, biggest con, exhaust / noise, or just noise in general. Terrible on these Zs. It's bad. Tired of getting up to red lights for people. I was at the new Z, oh, rev it. You don't mean to rev it, man. It's very, very quiet. The Supra does sound better. I will give the Supra that. Yeah. Con on the Z. Next con will be the price was not the greatest for a Z, 65 grand out the door. Not the happiest, but it is 2023. Prices are up on everything. Interest rates are up on everything. Inflation. That's welcome to America. But sound. Next con I have on the new 23Z would be the suspension. Some people might say this is a good thing, but if you own sport cars, you know you want that sports car feel. The suspension feels more like a luxury car. My fiance is like, oh, that's fine, I don't want it to be rough. I want it to be a little more rough, so I will later on. That'll be very last is probably 1.25 inch lowering springs or coiled, whatever I do, I don't know. I'm still seeing what's best. These cars are so new, there's not many videos on them yet on what's the best out there. So there's very, very rare video, like the exhaust. There's a couple different exhausts. Z1, I know y'all have an exhaust, but after I got these intakes, man, and I've seen the videos, it's the HKS, it's not the loudest, but it sounds really clean. I live in a very close-up neighborhood. I'm not trying to be that annoying neighbor of having an obnoxious car straight up in a car. But yeah, it's HKS exhaust will help that out. Suspension's terrible. It's pretty, oh, and the other thing, about 3 cons for me. Everybody, like I said, this is my opinion on the video, but everything has, oh my God, if I can get this, it's hard to do with one hand. Everybody has their differences on vehicles. And the last thing, in my opinion, that I do not like on the new Z, the front of the vehicle. This is what stopped me from a Supra or a Z, was the front of this. The back and the side profile of this car looks the best. You can tell it's a new one, you see the side and the back. But the front, Nissan, you could have done better. You got lazy, you got cheap. This looks like a 350 to me. I've had a 350, this looks like the 350 from the front. So yeah, that's the 3 cons I have about the new 23Z. Pros, very basic to the point. First pro, I like Zs, I'm a Z fanboy, but the back of this vehicle was the selling point to me. This screams the retro, the older 300s, the 240s, they did it retro. They're bringing it back old school style on the back. The side obviously looks good, but the looks on the car, in my opinion, I like the looks better, in my opinion, so all you Supra fans, chill out. I love the Supra, don't get me wrong, I love the Supra, it's only BMW. I think the Z looks better than the Supras. And there's a lot of Supras in my area near Charlotte, North Carolina is where I'm located, like 20 minutes from Charlotte on Lake Norman. Man, there's a lot of Supras down here in Huntersville and Denver. I see them all the time. Not seen a single Z in person yet in my area. Single one. Next thing, the pros. So I'm keeping it very simple. The look's the biggest pro. How it drives. I love the way Nissan drives. The suspension, yes, it's not the greatest. I love the transmission on the Z. I like the Z. So yeah, pros, very basic. I mean, you're gonna have obviously more pros than cons, but I love the Z, so don't say I'm sitting here hating it, because I love my car. I love it. The looks is great. Turbo, driving this from the 350S, I do see a lot of difference. My 350 was basic. So yeah, there will be an updated video of my Z once the tune gets here and the exhaust and downpipes get installed. And then I will dyno it to see exactly what I'm getting. So I'm trying to get close to that 500 mark as possible. So guys, this is just a quick rundown and opinion on my 23 Nissan Z. Not a full in-depth review. I will be doing more videos of the Z whenever I have more stuff done. Right now, it's stock besides intakes. Everything's bone stock. So I'll do a more updated thing on the interiors. I just kind of showed you a base view of the interior with nothing on, no gauges or anything like that. There's more videos out there on YouTube if you want to see that. I was not doing an in-depth review on my Z. Just gave it plain simple and gave you an opinion on this. Like I said, if you're in the market, go check out Modern Nissan of Hickory for the Nissan Z. But guys, I appreciate y'all for watching, and as always, y'all have a good one.